Absolutely, Stephen and Carolyn, some very disturbing and bizarre details that we've learned tonight. We'll get to those in just a second, but take a live look here. A very active scene, as you guys mentioned off the top. Dozens of law enforcement officials still here. And as we zoom down the block, that's where this all unfolded earlier today, throughout the day, and of course into the early morning hours. Tonight, forensic techs and evidence techs are inside the house trying to gather as much evidence as possible. Neighbors come home after a 20-hour ordeal, whisked away from their homes in the dead of night after their neighbor shot and killed police officer Patrick O'Rourke. The upscale subdivision still a heavily armed camp tonight as law enforcement tries to piece it all together.
It was just non-stop gunfiring, and we've never seen anything like it.
West Bloomfield Township Supervisor Michelle Economo-Uresti this evening as she ushered residents back to their neighborhood here on Forest Edge Lane off Pontiac Trail.
The police chief described it as hundreds of rounds of gunfire all day long until about, I think, 4 p.m.
The suspect, Ricky Coley, was found dead in the house by remote-controlled robot that police used to enter the sprawling 4,000-square-foot mansion. In the hours before they moved in, police used heavy machinery to rip open the mansion, trying to find Coley's hiding place. Ultimately, Coley would be shot to death, but it's not clear who killed him. His final moments as bizarre as the ordeal itself.
The image from the robot was he was laying on his bed. The image from the robot was from toe to head, and he was surrounded by knives, weapons, and wearing white goggles.
The tragic and deadly standoff began last night around 10 p.m. That's when Coley's family tried to coax him out of the home. A divorce court judge ordered Coley to leave the house by today. Coley's family from North Carolina came to the house to get him, but the 50-year-old locked himself in a bedroom. His mother begged him to come out. A shot was fired. Coley's family called police. Officer O'Rourke, along with 4 other officers, entered the home and began their search for Coley. As officers approached a bedroom, a shot was fired. The bullet pierced a wall and hit Officer O'Rourke in the neck.
Very tragic. It was the first fatality in the history of the township.
And the supervisor there referring to the only fatality in the police department's history. Of course, very tragic. The medical examiner just arrived here a few minutes ago. We're told the body of the suspect, Coley, he is still inside that house. The medical examiner now here on the scene. Sources are also telling me that this may have all been planned, that it may have all been premeditated. As far as who killed Coley, how it happened, an autopsy will reveal those details. Reporting live in West Bloomfield, I'm Tom Waite, 7 Action News.